championship game in the Big Ten Conference. A precious trophy with a long tradition to battle for here, but also a game that's been a launching pad into the college football playoff. Welcome, everyone, to Lucas Oil Stadium, home of the Colts here in Indianapolis, Indiana, as we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Nebraska Cornhuskers, taking on the number 1 team in the land, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler here with Kirk Herbstreit. Let's get this thing underway. The kickoff team is out there, and here we go. A conference championship on the line right now. Fields it just outside the goal line. And the coverage team gets him down. Not much gained on that return. The Cornhuskers will get the first crack on offense today. And it comes down to this. After a brutal regular season schedule, all these teams have poured into it, and now one final showdown, Kirk. And one of these teams walks off this field tonight as conference champions.
Well, if you talk...
Oh, that one's picked off. It's a short return. They bring him down to the 22, but this defense steps up, makes a big play.
For the first play of the game, the defense comes up with a turnover. Good job of mixing up their coverages, showing one look, going to another. I think they confused the quarterback. He puts it right into coverage, and they're able to capitalize.
Now the offense is set up with a short field. First play looking to throw it. Grab down the middle. It's Prescorn. Receiver brought down after a short pitch and catch. And the Wolverines trying to cash in here in the red zone. Play action fake, looking to throw. Quick throw, misses his mark there, incomplete. After the incompletion, they'll come to the line for a 3rd and 4. Pre-snap motion from the offense. Shotgun formation here on 3rd down. Trying to create outside the pocket, but they've got him for a sack.
The offensive line lets the quarterback down there on 3rd down. Doesn't give him enough time to be able to make the right read. And the result is a sack, and now a big 4th down.
Looks like the coach decides to go for 3 points here. Here comes the field goal team. And it sails right through the middle of the uprights. Solid kick. It breaks the scoreless tie here, makes it 3-0. So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away. Bringing it out, it's Bell. Stop at the 22. That's pretty solid coverage there. And Nebraska's offense is back out on the field. Remember, the last possession ended quickly. An interception on the first play. Let's see if they can do better here. Scanning the field, it's Raiola. Pass complete on a crosser. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass. The shotgun running play call. And the Huskers pick up enough for a 1st down here. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Caught over the middle. It's Hunter. Tackle is made, just a short gain after the completion. And the wideout goes in motion. And there's the handoff. The junior able to bring him down quickly. That gain sets up a 3rd down play. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Catch made on the left side. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down. Here's the snap, and he's looking to throw. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up second down. This is the 6th play on the drive. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. They'll run it here. First down and more. He's still running. Tackle finally made at the 37. It'll be 1st and 10 from there. The Cornhuskers starting a new series here on 1st and 10. With some pre-snap movement. Back in motion. Caught by the receiver. They make the stop, but the offense is set up in scoring position. First down from the 23. See what the call is on 1st and 10. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. On the run here. Lets it go. From the pocket, delivers over the middle. They bring him down, but the game sets up the offense. 1st and goal from the 10. 1st and goal, handoff. And the defense smothers him for no gain. Now they'll come up 2nd down and goal from the 10. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. They'll try to power it in right up the middle. And they've got him.
Down inside the red zone, they reach in their bag of tricks here, but the defense does a really good job of being aware and bringing the ball carrier down.
3rd and goal, looking to throw for it. Swarm to the pass rush. A sack.
Now that is stepping up by this defense and coming up with a great play. Now 3rd and goal, you come up with a sack. Backs against the wall. They get to his sack, and now forcing them into a possible field goal. And that's a win for the defense.
The decision is not to go for it on 4th down. Here comes the field goal team. Met kick right down the middle. Can't hit it any better than that. And the game is now tied.
And that one, my gosh, I mean, it's almost too easy. Nice kick.
We come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. They'll return it from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And the Wolverines offense is back on the field. Settled for 3 last time. No doubt they're looking for the end zone in this possession. They'll tackle him right at the 25-yard line. A gain makes it 2nd and medium. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. On the run here, lets it go. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Costly holding penalty there. Backs him up 10 yards. 2nd down play coming up for this offense. Pulls it in. It's Prescorn. And they bring him down after a solid gain, but it's still well short of the 1st down mark. They're moving the receiver now before the snap. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. He cannot escape. It's a sack.
I like how this defense is bringing pressure from all over the field, and that's the key in putting together a good defensive strategy. On this play, it came from the outside linebacker, and he gets to the quarterback.
The Wolverines will bring their punt team on the field now. And here's the fair catch by the return man. And Nebraska's offense is back out on the field. They moved it last time, but settled for a chip shot, looking to find the end zone this time. Dropping back, it's Raiola. The pocket breaking down. Oh, they trap him for a sack.
Just outstanding combination of quickness and strength here by this Michigan defensive lineman. Makes me think of Aiden Hutchinson, who, of course, played here recently. Going back to guys like Rashawn Gary, Lamar Woodley, Frank Clark. Great tradition of Michigan defensive linemen on full display right now.
The offensive line will have to regroup after the sack. It's 2nd and 13. Looking for a receiver. Running back grabs it on a screen. Good job of the defense to fight through the blocks on that screen. He's short of the first down mark. What will the call be on 3rd and long now from the 44? A play action, looking to throw. He's got a man down the middle. That play enough for a first down. The offense set up at the 43. And looking to throw now on first down. The pass rush closing in. Oh, down he goes. It's a sack.
There's a nice play by this defense. After giving up a huge gain, they're able to turn things around, recalibrate, and get after that quarterback for that sack.
That sack sets up a 2nd down and long. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. Catch made on the out route. And the tackle is made, but let's check out what this flag is about. This pass rush continues to make a huge impact. 3 sacks already, and now they draw the holding penalty. He's running out of time here. Looks like he's going to run it. Quarterback gets down to avoid the big hit. An important 3rd down attempt for this offense. To throw, it's Raiola. Defense is coming after him. Looking to scramble now. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The Huskers will bring their punt team onto the field. He's on to boot it away now. The punt bounces and goes out of bounds, so no chance at a return here. All right, so it's 1st and 10, back inside the 5-yard line. We're going to see how much this play caller trusts his quarterback. How aggressive will he be from this spot? Defense makes the tackle with the clock running. That'll probably be the final play of this first quarter. So after a competitive, fun first quarter, we are all even. Let's check out some of the stats from that first period. And as we move to the second quarter, we hope these teams will build on a promising start. Offense getting set for a 2nd down here to begin the quarter. Looking for a gap. It's Marshall. Has the first down and more. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain. Offense will set up on 1st and 10. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff.
Hey, it's a great job with this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
Pulls it in. It's Morgan. He's stopped just short of that first down marker, inches away from it. 3rd down upcoming after that completion. Try to convert with a sneak. The Wolverines are moving quickly down the field. Takes the toss, testing the right side here. Oh, the ball is out. The offense able to fall on the football. Lucky to maintain possession there. 2nd down, we're going to throw it. Tackle made after a solid gain. Will spot the ball at the 34. This offense trying to get going has put together a positive drive here in the second quarter. And the running back takes the handoff. Tried to bounce it, but couldn't get the cortical. Stop him for a loss. Offense now behind the 6 on 2nd down. They need 12 after that first down loss. Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Oh, the pass rush gets home.
Great job here on this sack by this linebacker from Nebraska, living up to the lofty expectations of what you think when you think about Nebraska and linebacker play. Not just stopping the run, but the ability to pressure the quarterback. They've had some great ones over the years.
So here comes 3rd and long, trying to overcome that sack. This is going to be really difficult. Now on 3rd and very long, looking to throw. Makes the grab. It's Marsh. The defense will wrap him up after a 7-yard gain. It'll bring up 4th down. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. And the Wolverines will send their punt team onto the field. Looking to kick it away for the 2nd time. And the returner brought down by the coverage team there. Here comes the Nebraska offense back out on the field. Last possession, they were forced to kick it away. Can they finally get things going this time? Bringing pressure. They went backwards on 1st down, so 2nd and long from the 24. Looking to throw. It's Raiola. The receiver grabs it. And he'll run out of bounds after picking up a few yards on the play. Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this 3rd down. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the 1st down. Oh, downfield catch made on the left side. He'll be brought down at the 46. Good enough for a 1st down. The Cornhuskers begin a new series here. 1st and 10. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Pass is incomplete, but a flag is down in the backfield. They may have roughed the quarterback.
First foul. Roughing the passer.
So the offense accepts the roughing the passer penalty, gets a fresh set of downs. Quarterback shaking off that hit, but the roughing the passer penalty gives the offense 15 and a 1st down. As the 1st down is still going, they make the tackle, but the offense has a 1st down now at the 21. On 1st down, why not keep it on the ground?
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
And the Huskers looking to finish the drive here. It's 1st and goal. Here's the handoff on 1st and goal. And he's tackled down at the 4-yard line. Defense getting pushed back. All right, 2nd down and goal now for this offense. Trying to get to the end zone. They'll run it left. Slams right into a wall. They've got him for a loss. Great job by the defense so far. It's 3rd and goal from a long way out. Runner takes the toss and moves to his right. Solid tackle, able to get him down. So they'll settle for a field goal attempt here. He was successful on his 1st try. This is just a chip shot, 21 yards out. And it's good, right down the middle. So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out. And here's the return from inside the 5. They stop at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And the Michigan offense comes back out on the field. Remember the last possession, it was a long march, but it stalled. It came up empty. Can they find the end zone this time? And they'll stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Now it's 2nd down here. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. They come to the line, a long way to go for the 1st down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Pressure is coming. Nowhere to go, the ball knocked loose. And the defense comes up with the football.
That's a great play by the defender who forced the fumble, but let's also recognize the heads-up play from the guy who recovered it. They were in the right place, just the right time.
So the first play of the drive coming up here, under 3 minutes to play before half. Dropping back, it's Raiola. Running out of time in the pocket. Swarmed by the pass rush, a sack.
If I'm on this offensive line, man, I do not want to see the game film. This has been a tough game for the big boys. It appears almost like they've just been moonwalking the entire game, and they've been pushed all around. That's 6 sacks surrendered already in this game.
This pass rush has been a problem. Another sack sets up 2nd and long. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We'll see if the offense here can build on this lead before the break. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Grab down the middle. It's Hunter. They bring him down quickly. A short pitch and catch to get a little bit closer to the marker. Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. Grab behind the line. It's Johnson. And he never had a chance. Tackle in the backfield. The timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime. Coach electing to go for a field goal attempt. Knocks that one right down the middle. Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now. And he takes this from inside the 5. And he's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. Offense out there to start a new drive from the 21. Looking to throw it on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's McCulley. The tackle is made, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what that's about.
First foul.
That roughing the passer gives the offense a 1st down. Offense comes to the line with a 1st down. The defense going to have to overcome that costly 15-yard penalty. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Incomplete. That should have been caught. That's on the receiver. Getting set. Here's 2nd down. After the incompletion on 1st down, looking to throw it again. Gets rid of it on the move. Makes the grab. It's McCulley. They bring him down after a short gain there. 3rd down play here out of the shotgun. Grab down the middle. It's McCulley. They move the ball to the 48 and earn a fresh set of downs. They move the 6, but hurry to the line here on 1st down now. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. The sure hands. It's Haynes. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Well, the offense is trying to create some matchups to their advantage, but, man, this defense is so athletic. Nowhere to go here after this catch.
Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Looking for his big tight end. That's caught. It's Prescorn. That's a big game before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a 1st down. Here comes a 1st down pass attempt. Grab behind the line. It's Morgan. Nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain. So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. And he's brought down, but not before he gets 1st down yardage. So a timeout is called to talk strategy. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays before halftime. So on 1st down, the field goal unit will come out there trying to get 3 points before the half. And that one's straight down the middle. So here's the kickoff now. Offense settling for 3, tacking on a little bit of momentum before the halftime break. And so it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. Looks like they'll take a knee in the final play and head to halftime with the lead. Somewhat conservative call, but content to take this lead into the locker room. And that will do it for the 1st half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
Chris, a Big Ten championship game that's already had its share of stirring moments. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to Chris and Kirk and the exciting conclusion of the Big Ten Championship.
The Cornhuskers will kick this away to get the second half going. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. And the Michigan offense back out on the field. The ground game ineffective in the first half. Let's see if they stay patient or look to open up with escapes the pocket but cannot make a play, and they sack him.
Because this is what I love about the legacy of the Nebraska linebacker is the ability to get after the quarterback like this. I mean, think about some of the guys that you and I have had a chance to watch wear that uniform. Back in the old days, it was that half jersey, right? Guys like Trev Alberts and Broderick Thomas and Terrell Farley in the mid-90s on that national championship team. And Levante David, who's a great pro, but got it all started right there in Lincoln.
That sack sets up a second down and very long. The gain is just 1 yard. Sets up a 3rd and 9 now. They're backed up here trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Looking to scramble. He'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. The Wolverines will line up to punt it away. Coverage team brings down the returner. And Nebraska's offense is back out on the field. Trying to find room, it's Johnson.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
And he goes nowhere. Stop cold behind the line of scrimmage. So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. A deep shot to the right. It's caught inside the 30, still on his feet. They finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 28. Offense will keep it on the ground here. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4. Breaks free. They finally stop him, but that gain is good for a 1st and goal. The Huskers will line up now. It's 1st and goal. Keep it on the ground on 1st and goal. And he busts into the end zone. Touchdown, Cornhuskers.
Of course, I know the back's going to get a lot of attention for this touchdown, but I was focused on the offensive line. You had 5 guys working as one. Great communication, able to get up to that 2nd level and open things up nicely to allow the back into the end zone.
Extra point try coming now. The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. And a player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. He's going to return it from near the goal line. And he stopped at the 20, trying to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. And the Wolverines offense is back on the field. They're coming off a 3-and-out, looking to produce a positive drive here. The pocket breaking down. They pressure him and sack him. He'll be tackled inside the 10.
Man, it has been a rough night for this poor offensive line, and it's only getting worse. That's 5 sacks they've now given up so far in this game alone.
Second down and long from the 9-yard line. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. Under pressure, just lets it go. A throwaway there. Gave up on the play, but now it's going to bring up 3rd down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Lets it go quickly. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up 4th down now. The Wolverines will have to kick this away. That's a rough series for the offense, and now he's on to punt it away. And they've got the returner corralled. And Nebraska's offense is back out on the field. Remember, last time they scored a touchdown. Can they keep clicking here, or will the defense come up with a stop? From the shotgun, here's an inside give. Oh, look at the quick cut. They get him to the ground, but it's 1st down now at the 28. 1st and 10 now for the offense. Tailback takes the handoff again. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Raiola. Grab made by the tight end. The defense grabs him after the completion. He's just short of a 1st down. Hubie keeps it himself. The Cornhuskers pick up enough to get a 1st down there. A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. 1st down, looking to throw the football. QB to the tight end for a completion. He's brought down after a short gain that's not going to be 1st down yardage. Off play action, he's looking to throw. It's incomplete. There is a marker down on the field. Let's check out that call. Defense will accept the holding penalty. This pass rush has been ferocious. Offensive line resorting to anything to try to protect the quarterback. Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Fires it to the wideout. Catch is made down the middle. Defense wraps him up after the catch, but he's just short of a 1st down. It's a keeper trying to get to the marker. And he picks up the 1st down before they get him to the ground. And the Huskers hoping to punch it in here. They have 1st and goal. 1st and goal, they'll try to run it in. And he's finally tackled out at the 2-yard line. 2nd and goal for the offense. And they're trying to punch it in here. Going absolutely nowhere. That would be a loss of the ball. Now it's 3rd down and goal for the offense. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion. Well, here we go again. The field goal team is out there. This kicker's already got 3 makes in this game. The field goal is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away. Looks like he'll try to make a play with the return. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 24. Good coverage. And the Michigan offense comes back out on the field. They were held to a quick 3-and-out last time, looking to put together a positive drive here. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29. Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. He'll hand it off. Running with purpose. Slams right into a wall. They've got him for a loss. They punted 4 times already, on the verge of a 5th, but they can't convert this 3rd down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. With the catch, it's Marsh. Defense makes the stop very close to a 1st down. And the Wolverines will line up to punt it away. On to kick now for the 5th time tonight. And the return man decides to signal fair catch. First play of the drive now coming up from the 29. He'll hand it off. The gain moves the ball to the 34. Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. They go with a direct snap. And he goes nowhere. Stop cold behind the line of scrimmage. Welker, Nebraska has the lead here. We've reached the end of 3. Time is running out to cut into the lead. Let's take a look at the game stats before we move on. We're set now for the fourth quarter. Who is going to make the crucial plays to take home this W? First play of the quarter is a crucial one. Offense trying to convert this third down. Looking downfield, it's Raiola. He cannot escape. It's a sack.
This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle the pressure of this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of, Chris, get this, 7 sacks in this game so far.
The Cornhuskers will have to kick it away when he comes for his second punt of the game. No fair catch. Looking to make a return here. And the returner brought down by that coverage team. And the Michigan offense back out on the field. This group is coming off a quick 3 and out. Can they put something together in this drive?
Chris, I think the pressure is taking a toll on this quarterback. You can just tell the pass rush is affecting his progressions and his willingness to throw it away.
He shreds the tackle. Getting close to midfield now. They bring him down at the 47. Crucial third down play right here. They try to sneak it for the first. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs. The Wolverines line up on 1st and 10 now. He's looking to throw. Fires it to the wideout. And it's intercepted. Beautiful timing there.
Oh, Chris, the offense could not afford to throw that interception down by a couple of scores. Every series matters. Every opportunity in possession. You need points on the board, and to throw a pick, you just wonder how many chances more they'll get.
Here comes the Nebraska offense back out on the field. They're coming off a quick 3 and out, so looking to put something together on this drive with a little more urgency. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Stopped right there at the line, no gain. Quickly behind the sticks here after the loss, 2nd down and 11. To the air, it's Raiola. And the sophomore quarterback throws it behind the receiver. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. Looking for a man deep down the left side. And that's incomplete. They weren't afraid to let it fly, but it brings up a 4th down. The Huskers bring their punt team onto the field. And the returner elects to fair catch it. No return. Offense comes out to start this drive. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Short pass finds the tight end. Tackle made at the 41. It's a nice gain. They're getting closer to the 50. You set it down to the offense. 1st and 10. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Quick completion to the tight end. They're finally able to stop, and the quarterback brings the big man down. Not easy to do with that size difference. They'll look to throw it here on 2nd down. Makes the catch downfield. Tackle made after a big gain. Ball moves to the 21.
Chris, that's just perfect execution here by the offense. Quarterback does a nice job getting back, putting the ball out where the receiver can make a play on it. Nothing you can do as a defender.
Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play. The Wolverines are going to take advantage of this red zone trap. Throwing off play action. The pass rush closing in. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. Not much room in that return. Tackled at the 16, but an important takeaway for this defense.
Boy, the offense just could not afford to throw this interception. It's already a 2-possession game. By throwing this pick, now you wonder how many more opportunities will you get.
Nebraska's offense is back out on the field. They had to punt the ball last time. Now they're looking to add points, build on this lead. Looking to throw. It's Raiola. It's a quick grab. Breaking free at the 35. Tackle made, but there's a flag down on the field. Defense will accept the holding penalty. This pass rush has been ferocious. Offensive line resorting to anything to try to protect the quarterback. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Off target and incomplete. Important second down play coming up. Play fake, looking to throw. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up third down. Out of the gun now on third down. Looking for a man deep on the right side. It's dropped. Would have been a big play, but he could not hold on. The Cornhuskers will line up to boot it away. Offense goes backwards on this drive. He's on to punt it away now. And the returner is brought down. And the Wolverines offense is back on the field. The last possession ended in a dreaded red zone interception. Let's see if they can bounce back from that costly error. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Oh, they trap him for a sack.
If I'm on this offensive line, man, I would not want to look at the game film after their performance today. It's almost like they've been moonwalking backwards the entire game, getting pushed all around by this defensive front. Chris, they've already given up 6 sacks alone in this game.
Second down now after the sack. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. Makes the catch. It's McCulley. And they bring him down. That's a very solid gain, but still well short of the marker. And he'll drop back here on third down. Can't hold on. Good defensive play. Brings up a fourth down. The offense stays on the field down multiple possessions. Easy choice. Needs a completion here on fourth down. Taking a shot deep down the right side. Fourth down pass is incomplete, but there's a marker down. A crucial call here. The defensive penalty is declined. Offense very happy to take the result of that play. Play action here on first down. Locates the tight end. It's complete. They finally make the stop right near midfield. It'll be first down. First down and 10 now. Quarterback still with the football. He's got the first and still going. Looks like the defense has it for a takeaway.
This offense just blew an opportunity. Have a nice lead here in the second half with the football. The last thing you want to do is turn it over, and they put the ball on the ground and now give your opponent a chance to get right back in this game.
And the Michigan offense comes back out on the field. Last time out there, they got stopped on fourth down, but it didn't cost them anything. Let's see what the mindset is here. Oh, it's incomplete. It was right in his hands, and he dropped it. The misfire on first down makes it 2nd and 10 from the 33. Tight end goes in motion before the snap. Ball handed off. That run moves the ball across the 40. Offense facing a 3rd and short from the 41. Can they make the first down and avoid a tricky fourth down decision? And he dumps it off to the tight end. And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down. And the Wolverines come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Caught over the middle. It's Morgan. He's brought down quickly. A short gain gets them a few yards closer to the marker. Second down, we're going to throw it. He's running out of time here. Oh, down he goes. It's a sack.
Man, this pass rush has gotten home so many times. As an offense, I know you're down, but you gotta try to mix it up. Maybe roll the quarterback out. Have your backs and tight ends chip at the line. Anything they can do, because what they've done up to this point, it's just not working.
Here comes 3rd and long. Trailing in the game. Giving up that sack earlier could prove to be decisive. Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. Looking for the wideout. That's reeled in. It's Morgan. Brought down quickly, but not before a big gain. Moving to the 35.
Hey, it's a nice gain here, and they get the 1st down to stop the clock. But late in the game, trailing by a couple scores, these receivers have got to be thinking about getting out of bounds as often as they can to preserve that clock, to give them a real shot to come back to win it.
Defense will accept the holding penalty. This pass rush has been ferocious. Offensive line resorting to anything to try to protect the quarterback. The Wolverines pick up enough yardage to get a 1st down. From the shotgun, drops back. Incomplete. There's a marker down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Defense will accept the holding penalty. This pass rush has been ferocious. Offensive line resorting to anything to try to protect the quarterback. Breaks loose at the 45. He's swarmed by the defense. The Wolverines come up to the line to crank the tempo up here. Well, a huge chunk play in the grab, but they were so backed up, it still doesn't result in a 1st down, if you can believe it.
Yeah, anytime you see a run like that, it's almost a given you're going to get a 1st down, but nonetheless, it's still a huge gain for this offense.
Big moment here in this championship game. 3rd and short on the 8th play of the drive. Looking to pick up the 1st down through the air. Lets it fly to the wideout. Wow, a 3rd pick tonight by the QB. They bring him down, but that could be a game-changing pick and return.
It has been a rough night for this quarterback. That last interception really punctuates what's been a completely inept effort from this passing game from start to finish.
And Nebraska's offense is back out on the field. They moved it well last time, got across the 50, but then fumbled the football away. Leaning on the run game here. 0 running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. On the ground, it's Johnson. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. To throw, it's Raiola. Looking deep down the right side. That one falls incomplete. They tried to press it deep, but now it brings up 4th down. And the Huskers will bring their punt team onto the field. He's getting a workout here. It's his 5th punt of the night. And the coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. And the Michigan offense back out on the field. Time running out in this conference championship game. This is a desperation drive right here. Got to score. Going absolutely nowhere. That would be a loss on the play.
Well, they keep trying to run the football, and they keep getting dominated at the line of scrimmage. That has been a theme throughout this entire game. We've talked about it earlier in the game. It's not changing at all. They've become one-dimensional, and I think it's allowed this defense to really lock in on that quarterback.
That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up 4th down now. Down late, they'll keep the offense on the field, trying to chip away at this lead. 4th down, he's throwing for it. Looking deep down the left side. Catch made all the way down inside the 35. And the Wolverines will have 1st and 10 here. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense facing some serious urgency, trying to come up with a miracle late here. Grab down the middle. It's Stewart. And a nice first down gain there. They get him down, but very close to the first down marker. Looking to throw yet again. Defense is coming after him. Headed for the end zone. He takes it into the end zone, but a marker is down, so hold on here. So that'll sting. A touchdown taken off the board by the penalty, but still a scoring opportunity here for the offense. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Using his legs here. Quarterback gets down to avoid the tackle. They crank up the tempo here for this important third down play. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Going for the touchdown here. Oh, and he dropped it. He could not hang on for a touchdown. My goodness. So down by multiple possessions here. The offense will try to convert here on fourth down. And he drops back in the gun. It's complete. That's enough for a first down. The tackle is made, but the gain sets the offense up. First and goal, the 9. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Bringing pressure. Oh, the pass rush gets home. But crank up the tempo here on second down. The time is running out. And the quarterback dropping back. Pressure is coming. And the defense brings him down. The clock is still running. They got to get set quickly. Looking to throw on third and goal. Looking to the end zone. Looking for a touchdown, but it's incomplete. Remember, a field goal here doesn't do much. So on fourth and goal, we're going for the touchdown. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Launching one to the end zone. And it's picked off in the end zone.
Well, that defender deserves the game ball for that game-sealing play. Now, all there is to do is run out the clock and walk out of here with a W.
So with the lead secure here, it's time to just take a knee, run out the clock, and plan the victory celebration. And the offense will just take a knee. Well, it was an entertaining game, Kirk. We enjoyed calling it, but it's got to sting to fall short at the end.
Well, sometimes you're going to suffer losses like this, and you're just going to have to pick up your head and move on. It's the coach's job to try to get this team ready to play the next time they go out.
And that is going to do it. We enjoyed being here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.